Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you're now tuned in to the live experience of the Investor Show. I see we got people already here live and waiting. Beef, what's going on? I know he's coming in from Providence, Rhode Island. Then we got Piefer Forever, Phoenix, Arizona is in the house. So y'all know I got my mask on today because of what's going on around the world. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button as you guys and girls are coming in live. And I make sure we want to stay safe. The coronavirus has come over and it has pricked the bull market and it has popped our bubble. And so I want you guys and girls to tell me where you're from. California, I am Warren. Amber Mold tuned in. There we go. I forgot what Amber said she was from. Where you from, Amber? Kendrick Taylor. What's going on, Kendrick? Long time. Tell me where you guys and girls are from before we get into it. So I'm having a little fun today, with the mask, but we're going to have some very good information. We're going to talk about these interest rates. We're going to talk about when is the best time I think it is to buy. Oh, Amber, yeah, she is from Philly. There we go, Amber. How does that SPXS look today? Right? We got Philly in the house. We got Minneapolis. Yvonne's from Minneapolis. Tamika's been holding it down, representing Atlanta. She's really been holding it down for a while. But I got some good information, y'all. I think y'all really gonna love it. We're gonna talk about the best times to buy. I got a whole list of stuff I've been researching and writing. Um, the best companies, who's gonna hold it through the best. We're gonna talk about real world stuff, what happened today, the stimulus package, the interest rates, how the interest rates are gonna affect us. So we got a lot of good information. So as always, let me share this out my live feed. And if you guys and girls like the information, do the same thing and give me some thumbs up if you like it. And we're going to talk about things that are going to do very well today. Tomorrow. So we got Canada's closing its borders today. And as always, we're going to help you guys and girls out. I'm having a little fun today with the whole coronavirus thing. Not that I'm not taking it serious, of course not. But I'm also, it's very well related to what our topic is. So let me share this out. We're going to jump straight into it as soon as I can find the link. Here we go here. News feed. Live. All right. All righty. Boom. There we go. We're out live. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you're now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful, beautiful state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, guys and girls, we're going to talk about some news flash, some market, what's going on. Let me know what you think of the background I got today. We got the coronavirus taking everything down. So we're going to talk about the companies that are benefiting from this crash. We're going to talk about who's going up, who's going down, and taking advantage of this bear market while it's out. Um, we're going to talk about cash heavy companies and why they're important. Somebody said, thanks for taking the mask off. Yeah, Stephen, it was just my little fun run with it, whatnot. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. She said, LOL, SPXX is back up. I'm waiting for it to go down so I can get some shares. So, yeah, Amber, I wanted to ask you that question. I want you to see that just to something for you to add to your portfolio to think in these troubling times. You're right. It's up today. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. Tamika said, I'm trying to get good understanding of the market. Your platform has been the most helpful without all the fluff. And you don't try to sell, which is so annoying. Thank you there, Tamika. I appreciate that. Steven said, thanks for taking the mask off. Do you have any indication of the place for entries for trades like RSI. We're going to talk about that. And we got Wisconsin in the house as well. So let's jump straight into it without further ado. And as y'all bring up questions, we're going to talk about it. I didn't, let me go ahead and do it. I always do this. I don't want to break tradition. We got Beef coming in from Providence, Rhode Island. He said, let's go. We got Piper Forever. He's from Phoenix, Arizona. He says, what's good? What's going on out there in Phoenix? We got I'm Warren. He's from California checking in. We got Miss Amber Mole from Philly. She says she's tuned in. Kendrick Buckless, he said, bang, bang. I don't know what you mean by that, Kendrick. Break it down. She's from Philly. We got Minneapolis in the house from Ivana. We got Miss Tamika coming in from Atlanta. And she said, SPS is back up. I'm waiting for it to go down so I can get some more shares. We're going to talk about what she means with that. We have Miss Tamika. She says, I'm trying to get a good understanding. And she says, Investor Show cuts the fluff. I appreciate that. We try to keep the fluff at an all time low, Tamika. And to give you a personal backdrop, I was in the same exact way back in 2007, 2008, when I was trying to get an understanding of what's going on. Everybody just wanted to take my money, but they didn't want to show me anything. I'm like, hey, do you think just give me your money and I'll do it. Right. And I said, well, I don't have a problem with having an investment professional. It's just like when I go to buy a house, I'm gonna get a real estate agent. When my motor goes down, I'm gonna go call a mechanic. Right. I got a toothache, I'm gonna go see the dentist. If my eyes are messed up, I'm gonna go see what's it called, orthopedic or whatever, optometry, whatever. Right, whatever it is. People specialize in certain things. So when it comes down to investing, I'm not going to be like, get away from me. I'm going to do this myself. So I have no problem with paying for expert advice, but I don't want to be too cautionary. And every great financial advisor is a great teacher. So look for a financial advisor that's a great teacher, not someone who's going to take my money, treat me like I'm a dummy, and tell me you don't know what you're doing. I like people that teach me what's going on. When you go to fix my car, I want you to, even though I'm not going to fix it myself, tell me what went wrong. How can I get better? And that's what I aim to do. And that's what your financial advisor should do. A lot of people are intimidated by the people they give their money to or trust with their money, and they don't educate them. I like to sit here and tell you, hey, this is what I think. This is what I should do. This is my diagnosis. This is what I'm looking at doing. They should make you feel like you're an idiot with your money. All right. So yes, thank you for that. Next, thanks for taking the mask off. Yeah, appreciate it. I was just playing around in the beginning there with my intro. Do you have any indications for trades? We're going to get into that. I'm Warren. Eric is tuning in from Wisconsin. Roberto uh, Roberto says yo. I don't know what he means by yo, but okay, what's going on? Okay, Kevin. At this point, is it worth investing in airlines, hotels, cruises? We're going to get into that. How do you feel about quantitative easing? QE, Max B. That's my guy, Max B. I forgot somebody there. Okay, Mr. Lawman's from Cali. We got Chicago in the house. We got Memphis, Tennessee. We got Compliment, Texas checking in. Oh, Kelburn, Texas checking in the house. Thank you for putting a pronunciation up there because I would have totally blew that. Proud Dad is from Atlanta, Georgia, and said yes, you pay, and this recording are ridiculous prices. All righty. Okay. So let's get into it. The first thing is let's go into what's happening right now. Right now, the market is down 2,000 points. Everything is going crazy. Everybody's running over the place. Okay, we overseas today. We got London in the house. Okay, all right. London's in the house. Should I buy Facebook right now? We're going to get into that. And we got people tuning in from Facebook. How do I feel about Boeing stock? Okay, we're going to get into all of those. So the first thing is the companies that are profiting from this downturn, right? The companies that are profiting from the downturn is uh, places like your discount sellers. They have a durable competitive advantage. Costco's, Walmart, Target. And if you want to drill down, guess who's having a very good day today? Clorox bleach. It's crazy to me seeing Clorox bleach is having a very good day today. But overall, I think that even though Costco's is down 3%, Walmart is down 4%, Target is down 4%, I think they're going to see a very good time come earnings season. When you're walking into any Walmart, you're seeing everybody just clear out the shelves and everything goes crazy. I think that once all this calms down, you're going to see Walmart, Target, all these guys are going to report very good earnings. Earnings seasons are going to come around May timeframe. So we're looking at May timeframe, earnings going to come in. Another thing that we got to be very close of, people are saying, Prince, should I buy? What should I buy? I think you guys and girls are going to get a better price. Like I said on Thursday's episode or whatnot, I said you're going to get a better price. Why do I think you was going to get a better price? Because I felt the market had more dropping to do. People thought I was crazy. People said no. The stimulus packages ran up, and I said no. I think we have more dropping to do. And if you who out there remembers when I said that I think the bottom is around 15,000 points on the Dow Jones, and then I also said that I think we're going to crash down to 19,000. People, even though we had a 1,900 point run on Friday with the stimulus package, guess what we're at now? The last time I looked at it, we was down 21 points. And of course, they had to hit the circuit breakers again. So once we see this, guys and girls, I think we're going to get better prices in the future. The first indication of our better prices, let me go through some more of our live feeds here. Should I buy Facebook? We got London in the house. How do I feel about Boeing? Everyone has heard of, I heard about that tail dock. Eric, I'm not too schooled on that. You may have to school that on me. Oh, Jason, what's going on? What's up, brother? Just got back to Hawaii. Jason, what's going on? Had some good times out there in Japan. Donato, I'm still holding, but also looking for stocks I can jump in. You gotta hold. What's going on there? Almost. you know, I don't know what that means. Got him. I don't know. All right, there, Michael. But anyway, so these are companies right now. If you're in the market, you got to hold on to the market right now, and you have to pretty much anticipate you're going to be in a rough time for the next 6 months to a year. This is not the bottom of the market. Everybody's excited about buying, but cool off, because guess what's going to happen next, guys and girls? We just saw the NBA shut down, the NCAA shut down, airlines are shutting down, international flights can't go here, international flights can't go there, schools are shutting down, football games, basketball games, everything is shutting down. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is the next big economical indicator? I've said this before, but I want to say it again. The next big economic indicator, and it's going to come out on April 6th. Right? Let's see what you guys and girls got to say. Got a friend. Eric says, I got a friend in the medical field who invested. That's a big fan of teleconference with doctors instead of in-person visits. Yes, we have seen Zoom. We have seen companies like TelDoc, I think, falls into that. But companies like Zoom, I just got a conference call today, and it said, hey, but I was supposed to meet over the weekend with the mayor of a city about with a real estate developer about a mayor of a city trying to bring some real estate development to the city, and we had to cancel it because of the coronavirus, because of my inability to travel, and we had to do we did a good old three-way call. But one of my other meetings that are coming up, because I'm part of the Colorado Financial Literacy Council, we're doing a Zoom meeting. So I can see Zoom and TelDocs and things like that seeing an increase in activity, right? So I can definitely see that with companies, doctors, instead of you guys and girls coming in, they're looking at jumping on a conference call, diagnosing you online, I guess, to slow everything down. So that's one thing. Gellum 215, I'm still holding, but looking for new stocks to jump on. We're going to get into that right now. T-Mobile, will it grow? We're gonna get into we're gonna discuss that one too. I don't want to jump off topic, jump off all over the place for the people that are catching the playback as well. So Costco's going to be a good company going long term. Costco's is already doing good in the bull market, and now in the bear market with people. I don't understand what's the deal with toilet paper, but people are running across the world with toilet paper. I think that's pretty hilarious, right? I don't know what's the correlation. Maybe I'm dumb, but I know people have been wiping away toilet paper. People have been buying Clorox wipes. All these things are connected to consumer staples. People are still buying Costco's, right? I mean, people are still going to Costco's. People are going to Walmart. People are going to Target. They're buying stuff. People are hoarding up on food. All these other good things. So that's one thing. I think all those companies are going to do very well. They're not doing very well right now, but I think when they report their quarterly earnings, they're going to see a nice profit. Now people are saying, Prince, I'm looking for new stuff to buy. I'm looking for new companies to jump on. People text me penny stocks. They talked about Ford. They told me GE, they JetBlue. I heard all these companies. I think this is my personal opinion. I think all that's stupid. I don't think it makes sense. Why do I think it don't make sense? Why would I want to get on the struggle bus? A lot of those companies was already on the struggle bus when we was in a bull market. Last year and these last 10 years, while everybody was turning and burning, those companies were struggling. American Airlines was going in and out of bankruptcies while everybody was doing well. So I don't want the struggle bus. What is Prince going to sign up for? I'm looking for companies that were doing extremely well during the bull market while we was going up. Who was doing well? That's the first indicator. Who was doing well during that time frame? Who is still doing well, but of course they're having a dial back, right? And who has a lot of cash on hand? Those are my first things. First three things. First, number one, who was doing well in the bull market? Was Apple doing well in the bull market? Was Google doing well in the bull market? Was Microsoft doing well in the bull market? Was Berkshire Hathaway doing well in the bull market? Right? Berkshire Hathaway, I have personal connections to. I would never sell their stock. So I want to give that disclaimer too. Right? I still think it's a great company, but I have personal connections. I won't say personal connections. I would say personal feelings. Right? I've met the people at Berkshire. I know the company uh, pretty decently, and I probably would never sell the stock because they're great people. That's people who don't know Berkshire Hathaway. That's Warren Buffett's company, and uh, that type of good stuff. So I probably would never end up selling stock. That's probably one I hold forever. So, but anyway, besides that point, they did well during the bull market. All those companies had very good years during the bull market. General Electric didn't do well. Ford didn't do well. JetBlue, those companies, they were struggling when everybody was doing well. So now that the struggle is here, how do you think those people are going to perform? Probably not so well, right? So my first look, the first thing I'm going to look at is who did well. All those did well. Next thing is who has dropped, who were doing well, still doing well, but who has dropped during this time frame. Apple has dropped. Google has dropped. Berkshire Hathaway has dropped. Microsoft has dropped. So all those companies have dropped. Okay, cool. That follows my second stand. The third stand is now that these companies have dropped, who has the most cash on hand? Why do you think cash on hand is so important? I want to know who's probably going to make it through the other side, right? People are saying, okay, these companies did this. Who's going to make it to the other side? I think that Apple, companies that have 100 billion or more sitting in cash or short-term investments, who has 100 billion or more sitting in cash and short-term investments? The top four I got: Apple sitting at 245 billion, Google over 120 billion, Berkshire Hathaway 125 billion, Microsoft 130 billion. With all these, so these are companies that did extremely well, was doing extremely well before the virus came along. The virus has slowed their business down, and now they have a whole bunch of cash on hand. Now I know these companies. I know Apple at one time. Apple was trading for $700 per share before the 2014 stock split. Now it's at like $250. That's a buy, right? I think the stock is worth $300 to $400 just based off of its books. So guess what? Do I think I need to buy it right now? I think I'm gonna get even better price. I think Apple has some more dropping to do. Why? Apple just announced they're gonna shut down their stores for 2 weeks. If you shut down your stores, guess what you don't make? You don't make money. If you don't make money, that's going to affect your earnings report. If that affects your earnings report, that means you're going to drop some more in the future anyway. So Apple buy zone. That's my simple reason for Apple is a buy. Apple it's a $1 trillion company, has hundreds of millions sitting in cash. So I think it's going to make it all to the other side very easy. By summer of next year, we're going to be hitting all-time highs. But in between time, I would say by the latest summer next year, we'll have all this cleared up. Presidential election will be over. We'll start to run back up. I get it, right? Now, um, now we have to look at who else is doing well. So, do I think Apple will make it? Yes. Do I think Microsoft will make it? Yes. Why? Another reason why I like Apple and Microsoft, they pay dividends. They pay dividends. So that means that while we're trying to get everything correct, I'm going to collect the dividend. Yes, all of my Apple stock are down right now. My Microsoft is down right now. But guess what's currently happening every 3 months? I get a dividend. And then as they go lower, I'm going to buy some more, right? Because I can bet your bottom dollar. Look on Friday. What industry shot up the most on Friday? Technology. When all of this corona clears up and we figure it out and everybody calms down and the market kind of gets to chewing, the train get back on the track and people start going on cruises again. I just had postponed my event I was supposed to be at this week. I was supposed to be at a school today and yesterday. Children's Financial Literacy Day didn't happen. I postponed it. I postponed pretty much. I was supposed to be in DC at a Boys and Girls Club. I was supposed to be at DC at a school on Fort Meade. All that's postponed. The Boys and Girls Clubs are postponed. Everything is postponed for April because schools are out anyway. So I can't move. I can't do everything. So guess what? When we get back on the track, once we figure this out, once we control it, everybody calms down. The NBA starts back up, the NFL. When we get back on that track and we start to turn our profits back around, you know the market is going to shoot past 30,000 points. We know that. But in the meanwhile, what can I do? What's some things I can get on sale? Those are the companies. Apple pays a dividend. Microsoft pays a dividend. Berkshire and Google don't pay a dividend. Alphabet don't pay dividends. So these are big companies that did well when we were doing well. Amazon could be thrown on there too. So those are the things. So now we get into some questions. Before next, we're going to get into uh, interest rates. We're going to jump into interest rate. Before I get into interest rate, let me take some of y'all live questions that are coming in. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see where we got some questions. All right, let's go on down the list. Okay, so Miss Amber Mole, she's from Philly. She said that, hey, Prince, SPXS is back up. This is a inverse ETF. I want to say the last time I looked at it, it grew 25% from on today. This is when the stock market, when the S&P 500 goes down, this goes up. So this is a day you pretty much sell it and you buy it again. Well, I'm guaranteeing you guys, I'm tell you guys something now. Not too many people are doing this. Symbol SPXL. We lost 2,200 points today. You can bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow SPXL is going to rally. The stock market is going to have a nice little rally probably tomorrow or Wednesday. The stock market is not going to go down every single day. So tomorrow will probably be a better chance to get an SPXS. We just had a big draw probably towards the end of the market today. They'll probably do a press conference. They'll probably come up with a stimulus package or whatever. And what's going to happen is you're going to see a rally tomorrow. When the rally comes, SPXX is going to go down. SPXL is going to go up. Then you're going to sell off the XPXL. Then you're going to jump back into the XPXS. All right, tell me if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm Warren. Do you have any indication of place entries for trades like the RSI? The RSI, this is a great way on the RSI. People like to use it for a top or a bottom. It depends, Warren. Are you a short-term guy? Are you a long-term guy? Are you a shorter? Or are you a long person? Are you trying to short the market? Are you trying to buy the market? Let me know what you're kind of doing there, Warren, because that makes a big difference. Because right now, I think, yes, we're kind of at the bottom. We'll jock tomorrow. We'll jump up tomorrow. 5, 6, 800. I want you surprised to see 1,000 points tomorrow. But then Wednesday, we're going to come right back down. Right? So that's my prediction on that. Okay. Kevin says, at this point, is it worth investing in airlines or cruise lines? Should we just be focused on cash flow companies, i.e. Microsoft, Apple, and hello, he's from DC. DC is in the building. I was supposed to be in DC in about 2-3 weeks, but that's getting pushed back and canceled. So anyway, boys and girls and children of all ages, airlines and cruise lines, I think you guys and girls are going to get a better price if you're just patient. Uh, you know, looking into that industry, I think they're going to lay off people. They're going to have, people are going to get laid off, and then their quarterly earnings reports are going to suck when they come out during earnings season, and the price is going to drop even further. So I think you're going to get a better price if you just be patient. Put it on your watch list. Look for a better point of entry. Okay. He said, should you be focused on cash flow companies, i.e. Microsoft, Apple? I don't think they're going to do well anytime soon, but I definitely think they have a nice little sale going on. I don't see them bouncing back. Yeah, they have a little bounce along the way, but I think Microsoft all-time high was close to 200, and I don't see them hitting 200 in this bear market. I think they'll hit 200 when we shift over to the bull. That's my case. And yes, I will look at those companies, Microsoft and Apple, because they're less risky. Those are big, profitable companies that's been making money, doing well, and will continue to do well. They have a stockpile of cash. And companies that have a stockpile of cash, I didn't even mention this. When a company has a stockpile of cash, they are ripe to buy stuff. They can go out and buy Uber. They can go out and buy Lyft, they can go out and buy other companies out there that you know who's going to have a hard time. So companies like this, just like Google brought Fitbit, when you have a lot of big cash pile like a Berkshire Hathaway, this is when they're about to get greedy. This is when they're going to buy all of those companies. Berkshire hasn't made a big acquisition since 2015, but this is a perfect time why everybody is scared and interest rates are low and everybody's running all over the place. This is a perfect time for those big companies to buy somebody. Max B, that's my guy right there down there in Louisiana. He says, "How do I feel about QE?" QE is quantitative easing. Trump came out and said he put out a $700 billion tax plan, pretty much payroll tax, cutting payroll tax. So pretty much he's saying, hey, companies, you don't have to pay payroll tax. That's just a sideways way of putting money into corporations. That's like somebody telling me, hey, Prince, man, I know you owe me $100,000 in taxes. You don't have to pay them. That's putting $100,000 into my company, which can go into a company's books, and companies write it off as a profit, right? Just same thing they did with capital gains tax. So quantitative easing, this is a way to prop up the market. I like to see it because it gives me faith in the long run, but I don't think it's going to help too much. I think it'll cause some jolts, some bumps on the way down, but I don't think it's going to stop anything. Look at it this way, guys and girls. When you're in a bull market is going up. The market just don't shoot up. It has little bumps. It has every now and then it have a dip. It'll dip. It'll dip. And when we're in a bull market, you buy the dips, right? Now in the bear market, you got to buy the bumps. Because as we're going down, you're going to have little jolts that come up like that, right? Like somebody who's drowning, when a person usually drown, they just don't jump in the water and just die. They kind of, so you're gonna have some of those jokes. And those jokes, you can take advantage of the jokes. Like today we had a big massive sell-off. Tomorrow or Wednesday, we're gonna have a big jump in the market. Um, Probably, right? Caller from Cali. We got Stephanie from Chicago. We got Memphis, Tennessee in the house. Okay, we got Kelburn, Texas in the house. Proud Dad's coming from Atlanta. Yes, you pay it. It's a recording or ridiculous price. Oh yes, you were saying yes. You pay and record on. Yeah, you're right, Tamika. And to me, so many people ask me this question, Prince, why you don't do this and do that or whatnot. One day, will I sell a course? Probably so, right? But it's not. I'm going to get like so many people I give the information to, but some people are like, Prince, I want you to package it and give it all to me in 1 hour, or would you come talk to my house or teach me how to do this? I'm like, well, that stuff is I already talked about it online. But if you want me to do something centralized just for you, then I have to package and sell it. Should I buy Facebook right now? No. Facebook, I know you send an attractive price. You can get a little bit, but I think you're going to get a better price in the future. And I won't be too keen in on Facebook. I like the other guys. I like Amazon. Uh, Amazon, but I don't like my top list is I like in that tech world. I like Apple. I like Microsoft. I like Google. I like Berkshire Hathaway. But I like applesauce, not applesauce. I do like applesauce, but I like Apple as well because they pay a little dividend. So okay, we got somebody tuning in from London. How do I feel about Boeing stock? Boeing stock is the ones that make airplanes. They are the second largest contractor to the government, and yes, it's a great company. It will do well. It pays a dividend. Um, it's the second largest government contractor. It will do well over the long term, but the short term, ain't nobody getting away. Nobody escaping. The only one escaping right now is Clorox bleach, and somebody who comes pharmaceutical companies that come that pop up. So yes, Huey Ho, I guess, right? I don't know. We chiming in Huey Ho, but yes, I think that'll be it will do well over the long term. Tell Doc, I think that's one of the Zoom companies that you're talking about, Eric. That's one of the Zoom companies that people are kind of going to. Doctors are saying, hey, instead of coming to me, I'm going to Zoom in. Even look at Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is not having a shareholders meeting this year. They're pretty much just going to Skype it to everybody. They're going to be a Yahoo Finance, but it's going to be a very limited audience, and they're pretty much just going to do it online, right? Where people won't be able to come. So, okay, Jason, what's going on? Um, Almost says I'm still holding, but I'm also looking for stocks to jump on. So I just talked about the top 4 stocks that I'm jumping on and why. right? And I think that's a very good philosophy to go by in the long run. But I think you're going to get better prices as earnings come out, right? As earning reports come out, all those cruise lines, they're going to be laying people off. Unemployment claims are going to go up. The next jobs report is probably going to come out the first week of April, and it's probably going to be nasty. Look at all the people who were all the stadium workers. Look at all the people who were selling concessions, all that type of stuff. So a lot of companies were relying upon, let's say, if you own a parking lot, let's say if a company who owns parking spaces, and now that none of the football games or basketball games are coming on, they're going to suffer a profit. But I think earnings season is when we're going to see a nice little dip in the market. When companies start to report those losses, or they're going to be missing the benchmark. So I think you're going to get a nice little price, and unemployment starts to come up. And I think next coming down is real estate. So that's my thing there. I don't know what Michael mean by that, but okay. Okay, we spoke about Eric. We talked about telecommunication companies. We've seen Zoom have a nice run too. All right. He said the same thing here. T-Mobile, will it grow? Yes, T-Mobile will grow. Because they just did an acquisition on Sprint, and now they're the number 3 player in the telecommunication market, so they have to grow by nature. Um, so I think that's my thing on that. You got AT&T. Let me look at the telecommunications industry. You got AT&T and Verizon in there as well. One second. Here we go. Here we go. Here we got AT&T. Where's my? Okay, yeah, I packed them all in here. I'll give me 1 second. I'm looking up at the telecommunication industry. You know what? And let me go ahead and give y'all this too. So leading the pack today of the drop, you are seeing it. The usual suspects. Energy is down the most, followed by the technology and financial sector, and consumer discretionaries. So technology, energy, and finances tied with consumer discretionaries are all of the sectors that are leading the market down the most. And of course, the ones that are holding up the most but are still down are your consumer staples. And who's coming in second place? Yeah, consumer staples is the one that's holding it down the most. So that's my way to look at it. And T-Mobile, I think it will grow. Yes, they just brought up a big piece of the market share, just like Morgan Stanley brought ETrade, just like when not Goldman Sachs, but Charles Schwab purchased TD Ameritrade. They just brought a huge market share, so they have no chance. They have no choice but their business to actually grow. He said, I brought more Apple this morning. Yes, Apple took a nice dive. They closed down their stores for 2 weeks. You notice it's going to show up on their earnings report. You can't close down all your short stores for 2 weeks and still do well in sales. Then you see their supply chains get interrupted. So you got a lot going on there. So I think you're going to get even better prices in the future too on Apple. So I wouldn't be surprised if Apple went down to 100 and something. Would you count Amazon as a consumer staple? No. No, Eric. I would put that as in a consumer discretionary. I think when people have a large disposable income, now Amazon does own Whole Foods, right? Which is considered a staple, but I will put them more in the retail consumer discretionary because I think the more money that people have to blow or disposable income that people have, the more they sit on Amazon. If you don't have a job or if you're about to lose your job, you're probably not going to be sitting on Amazon all day. So I would put them more in the consumer discretionary. I would say a consumer staple is something that people go out and, how many people went online and like, ooh, I need toilet paper. Let me get on Amazon and buy a whole bunch of it. Probably not. Most people probably went to their local Walmart, Target, or store like that. Those are staples. So I will put them more in the consumer discretionary, even though they sell staple stuff. Max B said consumer stationaries, okay. Herloon Financial says, what do you think about Tesla? Tesla's going to go through it. I think I did a video on this. I mentioned this in the past that I said if the market takes a downturn, one of my companies that was doing well was Uber. Uber was taking a dive. Tesla's taking a dive, but that's to be expected. Those guys was barely holding on during the bull market. So they're going to be sucking in the wind now that we're in a bear market. So that's my take on Tesla. CVS and Target. FMO, I can't even say your name there, but CVS and Target. Yes, people say CVS will have a nice run. I haven't looked too far into CVS. I know it's a nice dividend paying stock, but those will come. Walgreens and CVS are two good companies I would probably look into as well, because they're experiencing a nice. People are running into the healthcare and getting CVS. People are trying to get those masks, like I had on earlier as a joke. Lysol wipes, and Clorox wipes, all that good stuff. I'm not even going to try to say your name. If Trump dropped dead right now, do you think the market would rally? He said if Trump drops dead right now, would the market rally? Of course, it's our commander in chief, our president of the United States. Of course, I definitely don't wish that upon him. But I actually think the market would collapse even more, especially if he dropped dead because of the coronavirus, right? I think that would scare people even more if Trump dropped dead of the coronavirus. All right, where am I at here? Okay. Hey, Jamie Savage says, "Hey Prince, hey brother Prince, is it a good time to open a TD Mirror trade now? And if you are interested in air, yes, I think it's a great time to invest. If you got a 401k that's matching you, bump up your contribution. Start contributing to the broad base index. If you're in the military, go ahead and start putting your money into the C fund. And if they're matching you, which a lot of you guys are getting matching, go ahead and get some of the free government money to buy on a downturn and forget about it. You ain't gonna do my blow it on liquor, cigarettes, or something dumb anyway. So that's the best advice I can give you. Open up a TD Ameritrade account to invest. Yes, starting a Roth IRA is a good idea. Now if you're interested in air, I don't know what you're talking about with air. Oh, sir. Oh, okay. The next one you said, sir. Yes, definitely. It's a great time to get into it. Get your Roth IRA, depending on your tax situation. Get your IRA and start investing. Beverly, St. Louis is on the block again. How you doing there, Miss Beverly? St. Louis, glad to see you. Is Tesla a buy right now? I think you're going to get better prices on Tesla too. Yes, but Tesla wasn't profitable. Tesla is a wild boy that I think I don't think Tesla will probably be a buy until we get towards the end of the market. It's a Federal Reserve drop interest rate. The Federal Reserve drop interest rate to zero. Let's go ahead and get into it. That was going to be my next thing. So let's get into it. So the federal government interest rate, Kareem Smith, they dropped it to 0.25. So when you look at let me look here for a second. When you look at the federal government interest rates, they dropped interest rates, emergency cut of a whole 100 base points. They dropped it down to 0.25. We haven't seen it this low since December of 2006, right? So when you're looking at the federal government drop interest rates like this, we're looking at the Dow Jones. I think they halted trading again, but I'll take a look at that in a second. Right, we hit our all-time high. Ooh, we just hit our all-time high in February. No, January hit our all-time high. So I think we're going to be on a decline until next summer. A slow, steady death until next summer, right? So the federal government, they dropped the interest rates, and they started dropping interest rates in September of 2007, and the interest rate was at 4.50. The interest rates hit an all-time low in December 2008, which started the market to turn around a couple months later, because we hit the bottom in about 3 months later. And the market turned around, it hit the bottom in like March of 2009. So now we're seeing federal government dropping the interest rates in a way that your savings account is not going to make anything. Your money markets are not going to make anything. Your CDs are not going to make anything. Even the bonds are going to become a little crappy. And this is an effort to make people jump into things like stocks, real estate, whatever. Because with low interest rates, I was already in the market for a house anyway. So now it entices me even more to buy a house. So that's what they're in hopes of trying to do, of getting people to focus more on buying and things like that. So the interest rates, they're going to drop our savings account and things like that. Does it mean it's going to drop your credit card? Does it mean it's going to drop your mortgages? Not necessarily, right? We have to look at it this way. The federal government, they're the wholesalers of interest rates, right? So the federal government borrows, let the bank borrow the money for 5%. Let's break it down. Let's say if I sell candy, I buy candy bars for $1 from the wholesaler. I sell them to the market for $2, right? Hopefully not 200, but for $2. So I have $1 profit margin. So let's say if the person that's selling me candy bars are now selling me, instead of for $1, they're selling them to me for 80 cents. That means that if I still sell them for $2, I can sell them for, I'm now making $1.20, right? So now what usually would happen, now that I'm getting them for 80 cents, I would drop my price. And the reason why I would drop my price is to become more competitive. Now you're like, man, Prince candy bars are $1.80. Down the street, they're $2. So it would entice to make the market more competitive. So right now, when I go to get my loan for my house or whatnot, I don't care where it comes from. I'm looking at who's going to give me the best deal. If somebody's going to offer me 2%, then somebody else down the street is going to give me 1%, and it's the same conditions. It's a 15-year, 30-year fixed mortgage rate. Who am I going to go with? I'm going to go with the person with the lower interest rate. So now interest rates, that's what make interest rates drop, because people can become more competitive because they're getting their interest rate lower from the federal government. They can make the interest rates for you to buy a car, a house, or anything like that more enticing. But that's the only reason why. But some people don't like to lose their profit margin too. So yes, it could make you, those big purchases you were doing, you want to buy a business, to start a business, it could make them cheaper. What are your thoughts on buying Tesla right now? How far it has dropped? Still an unprofitable company. Just because the company's dropped doesn't mean it's dropping for a good thing. Tesla wasn't profitable then, and I knew it was going to have a hard time once the market took a downturn, right? Tablecat says puts on everything. I will hold off on those puts. You don't buy puts when the market is down. You buy puts when the market is up. Right now, when market is down, puts become very expensive. You wait till the market jolts back up tomorrow or Wednesday. When it jolts back up, puts are going to become cheaper. That's when you buy your puts. Do not sleep on gold. I'm buying NGT gold stock. I never seen them so cheap. I'm going to gold bug, watch the ETF GDL. You're right. I don't know why gold is down, but ETFs like India, Alpha, Umbrella. I was trying to think of that U. IAU, India Alpha, U, Umbrella. Those are companies, or unicorn, however you want to say it. IAU is a gold ETF that's going for about $13 to $14 right now. It tracks gold. I can see gold running up in the future, right? I can see bonds, BLV. I can see people running to bonds, even though the interest rates are at an all-time low. People may run to bonds because they offer a better interest rate. But I can see gold going on a run. Usually, when the market becomes uncertain, people will buy gold. So I'm with you on that, beef. I'm not sure with the NGT, right? I see this before. History doesn't repeat, but it has rhymes. Stocks are at 52 lows. I believe we're at the bottom. I don't believe we're at the bottom. I think the Dow Jones is at 21,000 right now. I think we have at least another 2,000 point drop coming. At least tomorrow we're gonna have we got to get down to 18,000, $19,000 minimum, right? Dow Jones got to get down to 18 to 19,000 minimum. That's what I'm seeing before I can start to say, okay, and I won't be surprised. I think the bottom is 15, but I definitely can see 18, 19,000 fairly easy. By the way, Jamie Savage tuning in from Detroit. Okay, we got Detroit in the house. Mimc said, what you think of KO? KO is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a consumer staple, pays a nice dividend. It's a nice place to hide money. Do I see it doing some massive growth? No, but I can see just the 4% dividend is nice. It's a consumer staple. Um, do I see it going up in the bear market? People will still use it. Coca-Cola ain't going nowhere. But I think, I don't think it's going to drop too. It's not going to drop that much, and I can't see it running up too much. I can see it moving sideways. Disney is having a hard time, but Disney will be back too. Disney, Coca-Cola, McDonald's are the three biggest brands, or the top 5 brands in the world. So they'll be back. Champion Spence, what's going on? I remember you from Japan. Did we meet in Japan? Am I right? Champion Spence, or if you're somebody different, let me know. Coming in from Facebook, let me go ahead and read his comment. I know your dad. Oh, he knows my dad, so this is not Spencer from Japan. So he said, I know your dad. Can you please get with me? I have something great for people to invest in. Please give me a shout. Okay. Shoot me a DM or shoot me an email to my email, Prince, Prince, at childrensfinancialliteracy.org. I'm not even going to try to say your name. Since we are tracking with Italy as far as infection rates, do you think looking to those countries will give us insight into a potential bottom? No, like I said, I already predicted my bottom to be about 15,000 to 19,000. Somewhere between 15,000 to like 19,000, right? So, said Boeing dropped 20% today. It's okay. This is what to expect in bear markets. Everybody getting their head cut off. All the indexes are all the indexes are down. All the industries are down. Gold is down. I think the only thing that was trying to peep his head was bonds. Let me check it. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me check on bonds real quick. Bonds, long-term bonds, ETFs. Yeah. So they're trying to find ways to build up the market, confidence back in the market. It will come back. Yes, BLV is having a nice day today, paying a monthly dividend, and it's having a nice little jolt today. So that's one of the ways I look at it. Okay. Your view on AMD, INO, and TMD. That's what Michael says. Uh, mm, AMD was one of the largest stocks last year. I haven't even looked at it, and I guarantee you that it's probably plummeting like I don't know what. So AMD, I'm not sure on. I can't give you guys a good synopsis. I haven't looked at the finances. It had a great year last year. I think it was the number one performing stock out of the S&P 500 last year, but this year's not so well. I'm not even sure about NIO. T-Mobile, due to the merger, they just increased their market cap, their market participation. So, they might have a nice little year. Can't really say about it. Huey Ho, okay, Hawaii. Okay, great. We got Miss Gladen coming from Atlanta. Nice, nice. Champion Hemp Spencer, I need your guidance. I used to detail your dad's cars, but my 7 daughters and I came up with something great. Okay, sure. Shoot me an email and I'll definitely take a look. What do I think of Lockheed Martin? I was a big holder in Lockheed Martin, but I sold it not too long ago. Lockheed Martin is the largest government contractor, dividend paying stock that's on sale right now. Right, it was trading in 400 and something. Now it's 300 and something. But yes, you'll be fine. Lockheed Martin for the long term is good, right? I definitely agree. Uh, like Lockheed Martin. Gladden says, learning so much from you, getting ready to buy in the next 3 to 6 months. Look at her. She's a smart young lady. Smart young lady. All right. All right, here we go. We got Vinny from Worcester, MA. Please, not real estate. I'm in deep. I'm sorry, man. Real estate is coming down. I hope you're renting some real estate, but real estate is coming next. Great for me as a buyer. But I can see real estate coming next. Unemployment's going to go up, and I think that real estate industry is going to come down next, right? Uh, I just think that that's just my opinion on that. I think real estate is next. I'm knocking my camera all over the place. I'm Warren. I, for one, brought a huge bulk of toilet paper from Amazon, avoided the long lines at Costco's. So that's why I can say Amazon can follow in consumer staple slash retail or consumer discretionary. But I think majority of people, majority of their sales Even though I haven't verified this, I'm pretty sure majority of Amazon sales come from retail versus I don't know too many people that are like, oh, let me go buy some food from Amazon, even though I know they brought Whole Foods. So I would put I would say most of their income is probably coming from retail to consumer discretionary. So that's why I would probably place them. Beef said, how is Rite Aid, RA ticker still a company? How is Rite Aid, okay, RAD ticker, still a stock and the company is bankrupt? Oh, just because you're bankrupt, it's levels to bankruptcy. You know, you got chapter 7, then you got chapter 13. Just because you're bankrupt don't mean you don't have any money. You could do a chapter 13 bankruptcy, which is a reorganization of funds. Like, hey, look, I owe all these people, I can't pay them, but I'm going to reorganize myself to be able to stay in business. Right? Oh, there we go. We got my cuz coming in. This is James Smallwood. He's over from the Culture and Conversation. Y'all guys saw me on his show. Yes, James, I'm in Denver, Colorado. So, cuz, how do you feel about the total index fund and playing the bounce? Yes, of course, the total index fund, I think it's VT, right? Which is Vanguard Total Fund. I think that's one of them, but there are a plethora of them out there. That's for somebody who's taking less risk, right? So let's go for risk calculation. Betting against the S&P 500 that is going to go down is a safer bet than betting against a sector. A sector is like, hey, I bet technology is going to go down, which it will, but it's more risk. So first, the S&P 500 is a total broad-based index. Betting is going to go down is a little safe. Then betting that a sector will go down is a little bit more riskier. Then inside of that technology sector, betting that Microsoft is going to go down is even riskier. So playing the bounce of the total market index, yes, you're going to do extremely well over the long term, right? And it's less riskier, and you're going to collect a dividend. That's why dumb people do better in the market. Well, I don't want to say it that way. People who know too much usually do worse. They'll go buy bet against Rite Aid versus the index versus you who can sit back and buy the index over and over and over and over and pretty much buy and get a lot of stuff, right? So that's one of the ways you can look at it. He said Clorox bleach and Zoom are green. Clorox, people don't even say the word bleach. They say Clorox. Or people don't say, hey, go get me a soft drink. They say, get me a Coke. Or people don't say, hey, go get me a diaper, go get me a baby diaper. They say, hey, go get some Pampers. That's what Clorox is in. So the only thing that agreeing with Zoom, Zoom has seen an increase in activity. And you know what? That's one of the things I can say too. It's crazy. I've been on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and been coming into the public eye since about 2013. And I've never gotten this much viewership. I don't even like live streaming personally. I like it because you guys and girls tune in. That's what y'all want, and I got to give y'all what y'all want, or I won't be around. But I like making short 5-minute videos with nobody watching and letting people digest that. But you guys and girls are tuning in here. We've been on almost an hour, and you're talking about, it's 50 people tuning in across the globe, right? So this is what you guys and girls want. So I got to give y'all what y'all want, or I'm going to disappear. The customer is already always right. If I want you guys and girls to tune in, this is what y'all like. This is what I got to give you. And what I'm saying is, I'm saying all that to say, uh, financial media has seen a spike ever since the market started. When the market was doing well and everybody was making money on the bull side, I didn't get that many people tuning in. People was tuning in, but now I'm seeing a big spike in subscribers and people are downloading. I don't know. My emails are going crazy. My text messages are going crazy. My DMs are going comments. Everybody's just so interested in the market when it crashed, but nobody was interested in the last 5 or 6 years when it was doing well. So I see why the media sensationalizes market crashes because they make money during that time. So, I'm glad that everybody's interested, and that's great. And it's the same thing with Clorox. Yes, people now are really concerned with wipes. These Clorox wipes are a hot commodity now. Financial media is a hot commodity now, more than it was years ago. I don't know if it's due to my growth. I don't know what it is, but I have noticed that ever since this market taking a downturn, My phone is, hey Prince, what are your top 5 stocks? Text me this. What do you think about this? Ooh. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. So yeah, that's one of the things. TLT 20. Oh, okay. I think he's talking about the 20-year bond and the inverse ETFs. Yes, they are seeing a spike. J Biz, what's going on? J Biz, you been holding me down. Yeah, they don't pay dividends, but Verizon pays dividends, AT&T pays dividends. Culture and Conversations is in the building. I appreciate that. That's James Smallwood. Y'all go check out Culture and Conversations for people who like to hear conversations about the culture and their funny take on it. So big shots to my cousin. James, he had me on this show once or twice. Y'all seen it. I uploaded it here. So you guys and girls tune in to that show, right? How do you feel about buying the dip with index funds? Not right now. We're in a bear market. You buy the dip in index funds when we're in a bull market. When the market is going up, yes, you buy the dip. When the market is going up. When the market is going down, it's going to jolt up. You don't buy that when it goes back down, right? So you consistently buy something on the first of every month. And then when you see things like today, I think you guys and girls are going to get even better prices as things going on. But that's great, right? So index funds, you buy them consistently every month, and then when you see, wait till those earnings reports come out. We're going to be here for a while, guys and girls, and I think y'all gonna get a better price. When we get down to that 19,000, y'all gonna come back and be like, "Man, Prince was right." Now I'm going to say, "Okay, now, now we're going to start buying." So, okay, next up, Gannon said, I love the live stream, random thoughts, learn so much from everyone's thoughts. Yes, and it's kind of build this investor hub. I'm not the largest social media personality show out there, but I have a niched audience that loves investing. And I love people that love investing. You guys keep me sharp. Somebody just brought up NIO. I don't know how many companies I never heard of that you guys made me look into and say, ooh, you might have something. So yes. Miss Joyce is in the house from Tampa. I know Joyce was asking about annuities one time. I did want to kind of get that. All right. I think here we go. J Biz, I'm here for it all, ups and downs. I'm seasoned in the market and I still love your videos, Prince. Yes, I definitely appreciate that. J Biz, you've been around. I've seen a lot of people that's been around for a while that's been tuning in. And I'm not a big fan of live, but y'all love the live. Y'all, I mean, when I sit back and I look at the numbers, I'm like, man, they love the live, so I got to give them what they want. And for the people that don't catch live, y'all catch the playback. And I also have a podcast too, which you pretty much you're going to get the same thing, but you can be cleaning your house, driving to work, getting by the news. So now, since we've been online, let me see how the Dow Jones is faring up now. Let's see what the market is looking like right now. Oh yeah, we're down 2,000, 2,100 points. We're down to 21,000 on the Dow Jones. We're gonna see a nice return here tomorrow, right? So we go. We got some more questions coming in. JW, I want to buy SWPPX, but I have TD Ameritrade. Do you think it's best to switch to a different broker? Yes, SWPPX, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that's a Charles Schwab S&P 500 index fund that's probably around 30 to 40 bucks right now. And with that being said, by it being 30 to 40 bucks right now, you are seeing the market take a nice downturn, right? And by the market taking a nice downturn on the SWPPX, uh, that's a broad-based index, S&P 500. But TD Ameritrade got very funny. I don't like that. TD Ameritrade, if you're tuning in, I know you tune in, appreciate the tweet, that when you guys retweeted me, but that's messed up. Y'all charging $49.99 for an index fund. Are you serious right now? That's what's making people go over to ETrade. I'm telling people, go buy from ETrade. That's why I got ETrade and TD Ameritrade. I mean, they're charging 49. That means I have to, if I brought one share, I would have to make 100% return on investment. So just because you saw a lot of people buying it, don't go up here and get crazy and try to raise the price. I understand the fee structure has changed, right? I know it's zero commission. You have to make money some way, But $49.99 for somebody that's trying to buy an index fund, that is ludicrous. Ludicrous. You know. Oh my goodness. He tested positive for the coronavirus. Oh my God. I am Warren. What is his name? Iris Elder. I can't, y'all see his name up on the thing. The actor. I know his name, but I can't say it. You know, I'm country. But he just tested positive for the coronavirus. Whoa, not Idris. No. I see JB said it too. Appreciate that, I am Warren. No, my goodness, funny. Well, not funny, but unfortunate, but wow. Uh, swab all day long free. Yes. Oh, she said yes. Oh, you can get it from Charles Schwab too. You can get it from Charles Schwab yourself. I know ETrade is free. TD Ameritrade used to be free, but they got funny and started charging stuff. Brand Factory Media. I need some branding media factory. I didn't get my notification. Now you have to start all over. I didn't get my notification. So, but today we talked about the companies that are going to profit the most. We talked about when was the best time to buy. I told everybody my top 4 picks and why they were my top 4 picks. We talked about interest rates. We talked about unemployment going up. We talked about real estate going down. Uh, and that's pretty much. I don't get too caught up in trying to purchase um, Lysol wipes and stuff like that or whatnot. Don't get too crazy about that, right? Because those companies kind of come and go. Gary Wallace, what key information can we take away from the 2008 crash and apply now? Smart man, Gary. I made a video giving out my 5 mistakes that I made in 2008 that I wish I had that I took away and I'm not applying now. 1, selling. Don't sell nothing, right? 2, buy. Pretty common sense, right? Uh 3, have cash. Invest more than you ever did before. Put money in cash. Interest rates are at the same pace. We're having deja vu all over again. People were scared. I think it was worse in 2008 than it is now. In 2008, it was worse because we were in 2 wars. We had companies filing bankruptcy. I don't see not one company filing bankruptcy. I don't see us fighting 2, 3 wars. We were in election season. What else was going wrong? We haven't seen unemployment jump yet, which it will. I think unemployment is going to jump next, but it hasn't yet, right? But unemployment is going to jump. We haven't seen that happen. And the thing is, people would panic. The media would tell you all type of stuff. We're going to stay positive. We're going to stay positive. We're going to be bulls. Take advantage where everybody else is selling. And I'm gonna give you guys. I'm going to do a regular video, a 5 or 6 minute video to kind of upload something about selling puts. Everybody's like, hey man, I don't just buy puts. You don't buy puts right now. You don't buy puts when the market is down. The time to buy puts was Friday when we ran up 2,000 points. Not now. All right. J Biz, that's wild. TD needs to lower their commission on futures, options, and OTCs too. I know they have to make money, J Biz. They got to make money some type of way. They're saying, hey, look, if we're not going to make money, let me straighten up my camera here a little bit. They're like, hey, if we're not going to make money on if we're not going to make money on the I'll kind of put it in here so y'all can see the corona. Well, my chair is blocking it anyway. But they're like, hey, if we're not going to make money on buying and selling stocks, we got to make money on something, right? So they had to change their fee structure. Now I can buy and sell ETFs and stocks for free. Cool. So they're keeping it on. If you go buy a penny stock, it's still a charge. If you go to buy options, it's still a charge. So I understood that. You know, they got to make money some type of way. The brand factory. That's pretty funny. Jay Biz is talking to, yeah, Jay Biz is quoting right out of Warren Buffett's mouth. Be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. I really was looking to his meeting this year, being a part of his book, doing a book signing at the Berkshire Hathaway meeting, but everything happens, you know. I am Warren. I love the live stream. This feels like a community. I appreciate that, Warren. I definitely like that, you know. And you get people out there that are just as crazy about investing like you are, right? How far will it we go down? We're going down to 19,000 there. I don't hate to speak bad, but I can see, I told you, the highest I can see us going down to is 19,000. And the bottom I can see is 15. If we get below 15, I'm going to bite my nails. I'm like, ooh, that's shocking. But the highest, 19,000, what I'm expecting, at least 18 to 19,000. Herloom said, give us 2 bonus picks. I just gave y'all 4 of them. 4 is not enough. And I gave you why. I go over them again for the people that came in late. Apple, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, Microsoft. These were companies that were booming when we were booming. I don't like to jump in the struggle. These are profitable companies that were doing very well when we were booming. 2, these are most majority of these are $1 trillion companies. 3, 2 of them pay dividends. 4, all of them prices have dropped for obvious reasons. And then 5, all of them have over 100 billion sitting in cash, meaning that they will make it through. They will weather the storm for the next year. We're going to be here, guys and girls. We started in January was our peak, and we've been on a downward trend ever since. And we're probably going to be on this downward trend at a minimum until the summer. But we can go all the way to next summer. By next summer, we'll be out of this crap and we'll be running off to the Dow Jones crossing over 30,000 points. And that's when we're going to be like cashing in, right? That's what I can see. C River, time to take all of trying to take all of his women because he got the coronavirus. Oh, that was pretty messed up. J Biz, I want to go long on Carnival. It's getting destroyed. It got some more destroying to do, J Biz. It got some more destroying to do. Wait till they report those earn reports. Wait till they start laying off. Wait till they got some more to do. And those airlines too. The airlines, they just stopped the international flights. They're looking at shutting down some domestic flights. So guys and girls, give it some time. Y'all gonna get better prices, but y'all got the right thought process. All right. How's it not showing it? Seems like my commenter kind of froze there a little bit. Okay, there we go. Man, y'all are commenting pretty hard. My system is kind of not keeping up. All right, let's see where we at. He said Microsoft loses the Pentagon contract to Amazon is going to slow them down. J Biz, I've been in the military now for a long time, and I've seen we it could, I mean, but that's anybody. If anybody loses a contract or lose a big deal, it can slow anybody down. That's just the cost of doing business. Like Carnival, boom, a virus breaks out, boom, it happened. Airline, people stop flying, happens. It happens to everybody. Right? Fool said black men don't cheat. That's a funny song too. That is true. Jerron says, what are your thoughts on Tesla? I think Tesla, I'm about to get off this. This is going to be my last question I'm going to answer. Tesla's going to get hammered. It's a bear market. They were struggling during the bull market. They was barely making a profit during the bull market. Now that the bear is coming in, they're going to get beat down. And their bounce back ain't happening until like next summer. Till we get out of this and start running, that's when they may run back. But until then, no. You're going to get a better price. Herloom, yeah, I'm waiting for the earnings report on Carnival. They are down tremendously. Yes. Appreciate the stream. All right, guys and girls, I'm out of here. I've been over an hour. I got to go in here. Watch me. I'm going to come back on here. Watch Sierra Papa X-Ray Lima. That's your extra bonus point. Today, before the market closed, if you XPXL tomorrow, you're going to see the market do a little jump, and you sell it. You're going to make 10, 15% right there. So yes, say, do you? No, I'm mostly a buy, hold, take advantage. I'm not a day trader. I ain't got time to be in here setting up support and resistant lines and all that type of good stuff. That's not me. All right. So guys and girls, watch it. Watch it. That's my tip of the day. We just had a big massive sell-off today. Tomorrow during the evening, we're going to have people talk about the market. Watch Tuesday. We're going to have a nice little bump. That's the way you can take advantage of the bump. That's my extra point right there. Lauren said, how do I get in touch with you? Email me, Prince, PRINCE at childrensfinancialliteracy.org. You can DM me on the Investor Show on Instagram. You can DM me on Facebook. I usually answer those. And that's about it. Max B, yo, Prince the GOAT. I don't care what anybody. Max B, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. All right. So I gave y'all a nice little trick, gave y'all a nice little piece, told y'all what I'm doing, told y'all why. Let's see. That's what the market's going to tell you who the GOAT is. You ain't got to worry about nobody else, what nobody else say. But all right, guys and girls, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace out. I'm out.